So, it's reported that full-time freelancers in the US alone has grown by over 90% in the last 3 years, and part-time freelancers by 130%. It's an industry that's growing rapidly as people are finally coming to realize the benefits of working for yourself, be it the fact that most freelancers can make 3 to 4 times what they would have done in their 9-to-5 job, or the flexibility of going on vacation whenever they want. And I don't know about you, but the thought of going back to working a 9-to-5 job with only 28 days of holiday a year and having to schedule those days 6 to 12 months in advance, I'm sorry, but that thought alone gives me nightmares. And that's why I'm gonna let you in on the 3 things that I'd focus on if I was a new freelancer in 2024, wanting to make 6 figures as fast as possible. And if you're wondering, who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, it's because I've already done it. I've already made multiple 6 figures on Fiverr in the last couple of years that I've been freelancing. And outside of that, I've also built up a substantial client base that I have on monthly retainers. So the advice I'm about to give is gonna be pretty sound. Now, first things first, the most important thing before you can do anything else is just to decide on the service that you want to start selling. And funny enough, this also comes down to 3 things. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? And what fits into your ideal life? Now, whatever you decide on offering, remember, you don't need to be an expert in it. It's always good if you know some basic stuff, but other than that, you can learn plenty along the way, because nobody is a professional at something on their first day. And the truth is, everything is always changing, whether it's software updates, different styles, ways of doing things, so you're gonna be on a continuous path to learning anyway. Next is finding something you enjoy doing, because the fact is, you're hopefully gonna be at this for the long haul and build a 6-figure business from it. So perhaps you want to be a content writer. Well, the question here is, are you spending your time reading various pieces of content each day to learn different writing styles? Or you want to create UGC videos, which is also an option that I see people get paid more than $200 for. But are you aware of the latest trends? So say for example, I'm a client with a hair care product and I want you to create a video for me. Do you already have an idea of what you'd create? And the last point is, does it fit your ideal life? Meaning, if you want to travel a lot, can you work directly from your laptop? Or is there more moving parts to the business you have to worry about? For example, when I create spokesperson videos for my clients, I need to think about lighting, cameras, background setups. It's not as easy as just taking a laptop and going wherever I want. So these are all things that you need to think about when choosing what you want to start offering. The next thing I'd do is market research, and you really have to realize how important this is, because if you decide to skip this step, then it's going to have major impacts on your business down the line. Now, I know the word market research is a bit of a general term, so let me try to simplify for you. You need to research the following things. How much competition do you have with the service that you want to offer? Of course, if there is a lot of competition, this isn't automatically a red flag, but you'll know from checking this one detail how you'll need to market yourself and what you need to offer in order to provide something better than the majority of the others. Next is pricing. Will you have the opportunity to earn a decent amount from each project you take on? For example, if we look at some graphic design gigs, such as logo design on Fiverr, you'll see that a lot of people are charging between $5 to $15. And it's true that you get what you pay for. So no doubt, these will be simple logos taken from Canva. But still, you have to compete with the sea of other sellers offering these kinds of prices, which, don't get me wrong, it's possible, but it will be harder. Therefore, you have to decide whether or not it's going to be really worth it. The same goes for things such as thumbnail design. Now, normally you can get a great thumbnail for anywhere between $10 to $20, but the amount of work and creativity you need to put into it, is $20 really good enough compensation? This is what you've got to decide for yourself. And lastly, you need to see if people are really buying these services. So check the amount of orders other sellers are getting. Check exactly what they're offering and decide on whether or not you realistically have the potential to earn at least $8,000 a month from it, because that's how much you'll need in order to hit 6 figures. Finally, once I've completed those 2 steps and I'm confident with the service that I want to provide and that it's going to take me away from my depressing 9-to-5 job, I need to check exactly how I'm going to get clients, advertise my services, and close deals. Now, generally, I always look towards freelancing platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, or freelancer.com. Depending on the service you decide to offer, it's possible that one of the platforms will in no doubt be stronger and bring you more clients than the others. But don't rely on just these platforms, because the truth is you'll be paying hefty commissions to them, and if you break any of their rules, it could see your account get suspended. So I'd look to brand myself. Create a brand around the service that I'm providing and start promoting it via some social media channels, and especially LinkedIn. Now, the reason I say some channels is because not every channel will benefit you, and this really depends on the service that you're providing. But a great strategy is not to keep pushing your services via social media, but to offer free insights that people will find interesting. And right here, let me give you 2 great examples, one of which you should do and one which you shouldn't. Example 1, Jamie Bridle. This guy is awesome, and if you're not following him, then I recommend you should. He provides real valuable advice for freelancers based on different situations and doesn't charge a thing for it. So, let's say you're a computer programmer or website designer. You can also create content around interesting information which potential clients could find helpful. Example 2, which I advise against massively, is when you just keep trying to push your services and offer absolutely no value or support. Now, I messaged this guy a while back because I was interested in how he shoots his videos. Simple questions like if he's using a camera or his phone to shoot, and is he color grading them or is he using footage straight from the camera? His response was, I cover everything in my paid course. And for me, my reaction to this was simple: unfollow. Because relationship building is a must, and it can be done so easily by providing some sort of value or insights that your audience will start to respect you for. But being arrogant and trying to sell straight away without giving any real value, for me, puts you on the same level as a door-to-door salesman. So, these what I've just covered are the 3 main stepping stones that I would take to reach 6 figures fast as a new freelancer. Now, if you follow these, then it's pretty much guaranteed you'll start making money. But if you guys have any questions, then feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you and not just refer you to my paid course, which I don't even have yet.